Good morning, everybody. My name is Kike Johansson. And before we proceed to today's weekend webinar, let's take a quick look at SkyWay video, a particular video that I like to share so that we have a good picture of what SkyWay is all about before we start talking about it. I hope, let me share my screen first before I start to play the video. Is everyone seeing my screen? I want to believe everyone is seeing my screen, so.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. So you are all welcome this morning, and I'm going to share my slide. It's been a week of so much activities. It's been a very busy week, but then we have a lot of news, we have a lot of information, and a lot of activities are just ongoing at the background. And I know a lot of us also have a lot of activities in our different areas. So it's a very good job that we are all doing, and it's really, really reflecting in our structure. So this morning, we are going to just remind ourselves, and there are quite a number of new things that we are going to talk about, but just for the benefit of those who are new. But I don't see the new people here yet. And notwithstanding, we still proceed with our presentation. So the presentation we're doing this morning is about SkyWay Invest Group. And this is the AM edition of the weekend webinar. My name is Kike Johansson. I'm an entrepreneur, now a manager in SkyWay. I'm a private investor and also a shareholder in the SkyWay group of company. Let me inform us that what we're doing here is not as if we are selling shares. And the company also have respect for every rule, the rule in every country, the way it applies to them. So the company is capital venture. We're into capital venture, and that is risky. So it's important for everyone who is being part of this to understand that. And what we are doing is we are selling educational investment packages that gives people the opportunity to own the pre-equity shares of SkyWay as a bonus. So we are going to be talking about this in details, and everyone holds themselves the responsibility of investigating and being sure about what they are putting their hands into. So SkyWay Invest Group is selling financial education and backing it up with the reality of having the pre-equity shares of SkyWay Technologies. The whole project starts, SkyWay Invest Group project starts with Mr. Andrei Kovatov. He's the founder of this invest group. He's an author and creator of Academy of Private Investor. He's a business coach and is also into investment and personal development. Mr. Andrei Kovatov is a professional marketing master and also is a master of dream realization. He's the one that's created, in conjunction with Dr. Anatoly Yuninsky, the SkyWay Invest Group, because he runs the Academy of Private Investors. And what is private investor doing? They are into wealth creation education, teaching people how to understand more of the financial education, how to make money work for them, and how to keep the money that they have made in the last decades or whatever period of time they have been making money. So,
hello, ma.
Hello.
Are you? You're not sharing your screen.
I'm not sharing my screen. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Pardon me, I didn't know that. I didn't even see the charts. Oh God. Just 1 minute. Let me share my screen. No. Oh. Sorry about that.
Yeah, can see the screen now.
Now the screen is visible. Okay. I'm so sorry I didn't share my screen from the beginning. Or maybe we just, okay, we have not gone so far. So I think it's still okay up till now. Then we just proceed. So SkyWay is about a particular project. It's a technology that is looking into different kind of projects. And the main one is the transportation sector. In addition to this transportation sector, there are so many other parts for SkyWay. And recently, the ones that we have started on is the transportation, the development of the infrastructure of the transportation, and also the solar plant of the project. So this is another commercial project, and so many other projects are also part of SkyWay project. So this is an international project, it's a global project that involves the states, the country, and of course the people are the people, will be the ones to use this technology. So it's nice to understand that SkyWay is the 21st century project that we are part of, and we are invited to invest in to become part of this. And when we ask, why will the world need SkyWay? There are so many reasons for SkyWay to be part of the world economy. The first one is it is sustainable. The other reason is we are developing a high-speed transport system, which is capable of moving 500 kilometers per hour. And this is also a very high safety, saving the planet from all kind of accidental crises and all kind of crises that the present transport system has brought to humanity. Then, SkyWay projects also have the possibility of developing the world, that is creating new settlements. The real estate part of it will take care of that. The cost of transportation is going to become very, very low, so it will not matter where people live in any part of the world. It is going to cost very little to get to any destination, and within a short time, this is going to be achievable. Then, who is behind all of this? It's Dr. Anatoly Yuniesky. He's the president of SkyWay Group of Companies. He's the inventor of this project. He's the general designer of this company. Dr. Yuniesky is an author of more than 150 inventions. He's an author of more than 20 monographs and more than 200 scientific works. He's the chairman and the board of director of and general designer of SkyWay Technologies Company. He's a project manager of 2 projects of the United Nations. He's a member of the Cosmopolitan Federation of USSR. You can read more about Dr. Yuniesky at his private website. And also, if you make out time, there's so much about SkyWay that you can also read from the same website. To Dr. Yuniesky's credit, he got a number of awards from different organizations around the world. And a few of them are 2 gold medals of Euroasian Exhibition Center, 2 United Nations grants of the development, more than 30 diplomats of international exhibitions, and 2 international awards, Golden Chariot in nomination project of the year, Transport Ministry of the State of Duma in Russia honored him with this. So these are just a few of the things that Dr. Yuniesky has been able to achieve as an individual. And with this project, he has been able to register the patent of this project, SkyWay Technologies, in different parts of the world, in Europe, in Asia, in America, in Canada, and hopefully we are seeing that in Africa very soon. So all of these are based on the project that we are talking about. And the main part of this project, the beginning part of it, is this transportation sector. So the transportation sector is giving different models of transport vehicles. These transport vehicles come in different shapes, sizes, and capacity. So one of them is the Unibike. Unibike is like a sports vehicle. It can be connected together. This is just a unit. It comes in small units. It can also be coupled together. And when it is coupled, it can be as long as 50 meters. So this can be used as private or commercial vehicle. It can be used as passenger vehicle. So it's got the capacity of moving about 600 and has the speed of 150 kilometers per hour. It comes in different models. It could be a single, it could be double-seater, it could be 3-seaters, 4-seaters, 5-seaters, and that is the way the unibike looks. Also, we have this, which is the urban SkyWay. This is also having the speed of 150 kilometers and got the capacity of carrying 50,000 passengers per hour. It can also be coupled, and when it is coupled, it can carry as many as 600 people at a time. But it can also be in one unit like this, carrying 6 people at a time, 6, 4, 8, and 18 people at a time. Those are the sizes. Then we have the high speed. This one is intercity passenger transportation. This can move from different countries or within the countries, different cities. It's got the capacity of 500 kilometers per hour, and it's got the carrying capacity of 500,000 passengers per day. This is a very dynamic and very fast, unique transportation. Apart from moving people, the technology also provides a design of cargo transportation, which has the same capacity of 150 kilometers per hour, and it can carry 200 million tons per year. So these are the vehicles that are made in addition with this infrastructure by SkyWay Technologies. And one of the many things that SkyWay is here to come around with. But these are the ones that are already feasible. They are tested, as some of them are already certified, and we have been able to see them. So it's not as if SkyWay is the only one in the market, but SkyWay just have a edge because what SkyWay has got to offer compared to competitors, then we can see the difference and why SkyWay is more acceptable and why Dr. Uniski is looking at 1/3 of the world market by 2030. These are the reasons. For example, there are different kind of transport technologies that are existing in the modern world, and they are also real. If you compare from here, you will see the cost here. The cost of SkyWay is between $3 to $8 million per kilometer. And it can also is adaptable. It can be in any terrain, that on the mountain, above the mountain, in the jungle, in the dry desert, anywhere. Then there are other type of vehicles that is also available like that, that is not done by SkyWay, but already in the big market. Magnetic levitation, that one is costing $106 million per kilometer, and it can only move on flat ground. The safety of SkyWay is very high. The safety of this is high. SkyWay is 500 kilometers per hour for now, but this one is 600 kilometers. The safety is lower than that of SkyWay. It is many times more expensive than SkyWay, and it can only be used on flat surface. Then, this is another one, Hyperloop. Hyperloop is moderately safe. It can take 1,300 kilometers per hour. It is costing $100 million per kilometer, and it's also going to operate only on flat ground. Then the monorail can take 80 kilometers per hour. The safety is high, but it's costing 36 kilometers to make $36 million to make 1 kilometer, and it's also on flat ground. So if you look at this analysis, you will realize that SkyWay has an edge, is far, far cheaper than all these models of transportation. The safety is much higher, and it can also be operational in any terrain. So that makes it something that the world is looking for, and it's eco-friendly. SkyWay has been tested, and a lot of the, we have about 5 models of the transport system that is ready. And these are being tested and certified at a place called Eco Technopark. Eco Technopark is in Belarus. It's about 36.86 hectares of land that the Belarusian government has offered for this infrastructure development, and it's also serving as the test ground for this project. Also, the administrative office is in Belarus as well, where Dr. Uniski and the other engineers working with him are also seated. Now, this project has been divided into 15 stages based on the amount of money that is required to complete each of the stages. At the moment, we are rounding up the stage 12 of the project. And you can see from this chart that the whole project started since 1978, but it did not get to this point of engineering until 2014. So the building and construction started in 2015 through to 2016. The demonstration and certification was done in 2018, and today the transport technology is going through the process of adoption. So the next stage is going to be the initial public offering, when it's going to be completed and go to the stock market. At that point, then we will say SkyWay project is ready for commercial purposes. So as we speak, so many countries are already adopting this, and we have quite a number of them who have already signed the MOU. So at this moment it's not 12, but this was the former one. So you can see that the company is making a lot of progress, because if you look at it, the transport technology that we're talking about and even the infrastructure is not an individual thing. So the project of SkyWay is involving governments and authorities and multinationals. So this goes beyond individuals, but individuals are just invited to be part of the project and co-owners of this company. So in partnership with governments of different nations, SkyWay project to be developed, and we having the opportunity to be co-owners of this project, we are going to benefit immensely from different countries where this project is going to be executed. For example, in Indonesia, in Australia, in Russia, in Ukraine, in India, Belarus, Ireland, and also in the United Arab Emirates. SkyWay project is ongoing and is moving very fast. So there are quite a number of potentials that SkyWay has got. And we see the banking sector, we see the insurance market, we see the stock market, the forex, the real estate, the manufacturing market, the venture startup market, and also we can attest to that is a science and high-tech project. And all of these that has started since 2014, we are expecting to get to this point at the end of 2030. So if we get there before that time, it's perfect. This is what SkyWay has got to offer. This SkyWay Invest Group, which we are part of through Mr. Andrei Kovatov, is giving us 3 opportunities here. And the first one is the SkyWay transport technology itself, which I've just explained. Then the other part of it is the educational investment package. This is the one that gives us the opportunity to become financial literacy. Then the business side of the SkyWay is the one that gives us the opportunity to make money now, tomorrow, and even in the future. So let's take a look at them one after the other. The educational investment packages are the educational packages that comes from the Academy of Private Investors. This educational package gives us the opportunity to learn the science of investing. A lot of us know how to make money, but we actually don't know how to keep the money with us or grow the money. It's perfect to save money, but it's even better to invest money, because when you save money, it's just your effort and you get very small proceed from savings. But if you save and proceed to the level of investing, then you make money to grow. And when money is growing, you never can tell, because that is the only opportunity you have to create wealth. So these educational packages give us insight into this, and of course, a lot of practical experience, which a SkyWay group of company is also here to offer to us. So how do we benefit? Well, this is the benefits that we talk about from the educational information packages, that is EIP. At this stage 12, this is the price. So the first benefit is when you invest into this educational project, you have the PIPES, which is the pre-equity shares of SkyWay technology, as your bonus. including your education, which is a personal development and investment into yourself. So, for example, we have different kind of packages that you can choose from. The company is using units, but the official currency is dollars. So when you see units, we are referring to dollars. And when you see PIPS, that is the pipes, we are referring to the number of pre-equity shares of the company that you get if you make this unit, which is in dollars, as your payment, or you choose this EIP, which is just the names for the packages. So for example, I like using the 1,000 units, that is $1,000 worth. So if you invest $1,000 in SkyWay Invest Group, what you get is 45,000 pre-equity shares. 45,000 pre-equity shares means $45,000. And this is the reason. By the time SkyWay project gets to stage 15, it is going to go to the stock market at $1 per share. So at the end of the day, your 1,000 investment is capable of giving you $45,000. So for that reason, these are the benefits that you get in first hand. But even if the worst happen, this opportunity also allows you to invest as little as $10. And the $10 will still give you 50 equity shares. When you make any of these choices, you have the opportunity of increasing them. You can change. You can have more than one package. You can choose as many packages as is convenient for your economy. And not only that, SkyWay also gives you the opportunity to make installment payment. That is, in case you are interested in getting a big package. For example, you can be interested in getting a package of 50,000 US dollars. What you just need to do is sign a contract of EIPI Brilliance, and that is this one. When you sign this contract, you get this volume of educational package plus 3.25 equity shares. That is 3,250,000 equity shares. And that will give you the opportunity to make 5,000 US dollar payments per month. So in that case, you have the opportunity of making very big package, but you don't have to pay one time. You have maximum of 10 months to do that payment. And even if you are not taking that big, you can also invest as little as $1,000 for a period of 10 months, giving you the opportunity to pay 100 US dollars per month. In that case, you will get 40,000 pre-equity shares plus these educational packages, which will be available to you online immediately you make your payment and your package is fixed. So in this case, you have this as your immediate benefit, meaning your $1,000 investment here, if you make 10 months in installment payment, we give you 40,000 pre-equity shares of the company. Then, apart from that, you also have another opportunity to fast track and get big volume of shares as well. We have what we call Express Consultant and Express Manager. Express Consultant, to become an Express Consultant, it means you have started in the career ladder of the company, which is a choice anyway. So if you get the Express Consultant, you have to pay 4,220 units, that is $4,220, and you will receive 240,000 pre-equity shares of the company as your bonus, plus your list of educational packages, which will be available to you online. And also you can fast track your career by becoming a manager instantly. By paying $20,000, you get 1,340,000 pre-equity shares. And when you get that, you have started growing your career. And I'm going to talk about the career ladder very soon. So also we have the Master Profi offline course now. The Master Profi gives you this opportunity to learn these things offline, and we are going to interact with each other. What is the Master Profi's benefit? It gives you the opportunity to build a career with the company. It gives you the opportunity to learn much more and be able to help others. and also unlock a lot of potentials with the company. So these are the courses that the Master Profit is going to take. And now the Master Profit has been divided into 3 stages. You have the level 1, level 2, and level 3 of Master Profit. So at different stages, you can take this course. But level 1 of Master Profit is available for everyone, and it is very nice to help us start the business in a professional way, especially those of us who have little or no knowledge about network marketing. So all this kind of thing are available if only you want to be part of the business model of SkyWay Invest Group. You have an option to just remain an investor. An investor is when you buy your package, you get your shares, you wait for your share certificate, you keep your share certificate, and you wait until the project is completed. Then you start getting your benefits. You either sell it or you take your dividends. So that makes you just an investor, which is also fine with this situation. So these are examples of the Master Profit training. You meet people, you interact, and it's going to be a class of 20, 30, 40 people, depending. And we have quite a number of people from our team who have already achieved this. And also, we are coming to have our own share of this in Nigeria very soon. So we hope to see the Master Profit in Nigeria very, very soon. Then the second part of this opportunity is the business side of it. The one I've been talking about all this while is applicable to everyone who joins. You don't have to do the Master Profit if you don't want to, but you can also do the Master Profit just to have the knowledge by yourself. If you don't want to do the business, it's also fine. But the business part of it gives you more opportunity to make money, just more than getting money from the shares. You also have different streams of income that the business opportunity unlocks for you. For example, we say that immediately you can start making money today if you want to do the networking part of it. The networking part of it is you introducing other people into the business, and you get compensation for that. So the compensation you get is paid immediately, and that is now withdrawable. You can withdraw your bonuses now through Bitcoin or even through bank transfer, which is now available. You can also use your immediate commission to upgrade or to add more shares for yourself or withdraw it for your use, depending on what you want. Then tomorrow, you have the opportunity of becoming the company representative in your area or even outside your territory. You can expand to anywhere. The bottom line is you get people and you are teaching them about this, sharing this opportunity with them. Then you can become a company representative so that you can relate on behalf of the company. And you also impart this knowledge that you have also get from Academy of Private Investments or Academy of Private Investor with other people. Also, you will be able to get a percentage from big contracts that comes from your contacts. In that case, that allows you to be able to do that if you have the Master Profit training. So the tomorrow thing are only subject to people who are able to have acquire the certificate of Master Profit. So that is why the Master Profit is important if you are going to take part in the business activity. But if you are not taking part in the business activity, it's not a must. But for you to have this tomorrow's side, that is company representative, share percentage from big investment, and also be a project initiator. A project initiator is that person who introduced SkyWay project to a country, to a corporation. So if you are in that position, you also stand to get benefit certain percentage, but that is only possible if you have the Master Profit training and the certification. Then in future, which is for everybody, we all get the initial public offering that will allow us to trade our shares in the stock market. If you like, you can sell your shares back to the company. If you like, you can trade your shares in the stock market. If you like, you can leave your shares with the company, and it will allow you to get dividends in this company based on the volume of the shares you have. They're looking at 26 to 20%, depending on what the end story will be as your dividends, which you're going to be getting on quarterly basis. Though dividends are calculated annually, but it will be paid quarterly in the case of SkyWay Invest Group. So for you to also benefit in the marketing area, that's the business part of it, this is the way the marketing plan appears. Well, as a partner, everyone is a partner. For as long as you sign the contract, you're a partner. And you don't have to even do the business before you get this partnership bonus. If you introduce anybody, you get 8%. If that person introduces somebody, you get 7%. And if the second person under you also introduce another person, you get 3%. You don't even have to do the business before you get that. So anybody who will market or who will introduce somebody to SkyWay Technology or SkyWay Invest Group will always get a thank you bonus. Then, as an agent, you get up to 4 generations, and this is what it is, 8754. As a consultant, this is where the career actually starts growing. You get 87543 1.1 to 3%, depending on the way your structure is made. But from this point, you can make bonuses to infinity, that is to endless generation. And from this point, you start growing, and your benefits or your activities in the company will also be noticed and be rewarded with some other things. Then you can be a manager, you can become a leader manager, you can be a top manager, you can be the vice president, you can be the president. So at this point, you can see that the percentage increases, and even as a president, the percentage also increases. In fact, to infinity, you can get 7 to 8% to endless generation, depending on the way your structure is being formed. So this is the career ladder of SkyWay, and for you to actually fit into all these status or ranking, you need certain volume of investment yourself. You must have invested certain volume. For example, for you to be a consultant, your investment should not be less than 500 this time around, between 300 to 1,000, but now it is 500. It has been pegged to 500 at least. And for you to be a manager, it should be more than 1,000. For you to be a leader manager, you must have invested more than 5,000. And for you, up to 5,000. To be a top manager, more than 5,000. To be a vice president, more than 10,000. And for you to be a president, you must have invested over 50,000 in SkyWay project. So not only building the team that grows your rank, but also the volume of investment you make in the company will also add value to what you're doing with the company. So how do you get started? The first thing is you get the registration link from whoever has introduced you to this business. That person helps you and guide you through. For you to register, you need your email and you need your document of identification and proof of address. So make sure that you get that and you verify by uploading your document to prove that you are who you claim to be. Then you learn about the company, you learn about the business, and you try to understand the business inside out. You can use the Facebook group, you can use the WhatsApp group, you can liaise with your leaders or your team. I mean, in our structure, we have a lot of activities going on in different places. There are meetings, there are webinars, there are seminars that are going on. So if you think you are a physical person, you like to contact people, then, team up with your sponsor and, arrange a team meeting so that you can interact with people, you can talk, then you'll be able to ask your questions. But if you're an online person, you can also do that online, depending on what is comfortable for you. Then if you now want to make more than just becoming a shareholder, you invite other people. There are so many benefits in inviting other people. The first benefit is you get cash reward immediately. Then the other benefit is you are giving them the opportunity to change their own story, because in another 5 years, SkyWay Transport Technology or SkyWay group of companies is going to be a different ball game entirely. And I want to believe that whoever you will have invited will look back on the day and say, oh, thank God I am part of this opportunity. If only for that reason, it is nice for you to invite others, even if you don't want the monetary part of it. You can think of people you want to help. Instead of you giving money to people or, you know, helping them to pay their school fees, helping them to pay their house rent, helping them to pay their medical bill, you can just make a one-time investment for them and encourage them to do something, to grow it. So they will be able to make money for themselves, and forever they will be able to benefit from this. That will go a long way to change our environment and change the situation we find ourselves. So that is all about SkyWay Invest Group for now. But let me give you one or two news that we have on ground. I know some of us must have seen it, but later in the evening, we are going to elaborate more on that. The SkyWay token is now counting down. So 28 days from now, we are going to have access to the token. And what is that? The blockchain technology of the company, which the company is going to use to run its business, plus using it to provide the cryptocurrency, is now going to be available for people to have. And also, you don't even need to go and look for money to get this done. The investment you have is also possible for you to use part of it for these tokens. So we are going to talk more about that later in the evening on the second part of the weekend webinar, the PM edition. We're going to talk about that. So that is that for now. And about the United Arab Emirates project, we have a lot of development that is different from what we have from the beginning. Now the project in United Arab Emirates is now 2. From the beginning, the government of United Arab Emirates gave 50 hectares of land to SkyWay Technologies. Now additional 200 hectares of land has been given, and that's now, the company is now going to have the manufacturing plants in that area, which is also going to be suitable for production of the vehicles, and also the test ground for the kind of vehicles that will be able to work with the tropic regions will also be manufactured there and tested there. So the project in United Arab Emirates is getting bigger by the day, and hopefully very soon, 2019, we are going to have a big event in United Arab Emirates. So you should start preparing your mind now to be part of that event, so that we are going to go to that site. I'm sure by that time, the project will have been built to a reasonable extent. Certain part of it will have been, completed. The first quarter of next year, certain part of the project, the first phase will have been completed by April, according to information at our disposal. So all of these are the activities going on. And also for our Nigerian team, I'm so glad that we will eventually have the opportunity to have the master prophet in Nigeria. The master prophet will be 2 types now. The ones that are the complete package for those of us who have invested before July in master prophet. So that one is the one we are going to have at Eco Hotel and Suites, and it's going to be a 3-day program. Then the second one is going to be 21st of the same November, so that our coaches can stay back and just, take advantage of that and teach the people who are enrolling in the first level. And let me quickly let us know here that it's important for us to take advantage of that one, especially those of us who don't have the opportunity to be part of this before July. Because the level 1 training will start, and we don't know the next time we are going to have that opportunity. And the advantage of this is that when you have this certification, then you will be able to build your own team, get a very good knowledge. Then you have the qualification to be a representative within your region if you have already qualified for that. And the qualification for these are already out. I'm also going to share that with us in the evening so that we know the other details that this involves. So, but before all those benefits come, you have a certain status or certain criteria that you should have met. And the first of it is the master prophet training. So if you are a consultant or above, or you are just a partner, you are just coming in, the master profit is very important. Master profit is $350 today, but with the promo code, which is already out, you'll be able to get it for $260, and that is just the training. So if you now want to get additional package, then you can choose whatever package you want. But for as long as you have this training and you have the certification, then you are qualified to represent the company, to build your team, to do a lot of other things that you will also be informed. So let's take advantage of that, and let's start to look for people who will help us to grow our team in different regions. Nigeria is not the only territory we have. A lot of us are moving to different parts of Nigeria, which is awesome. We really, really need to be in different parts of the country. Also, we have the right, the opportunity to extend our territory. Ghana is there, Togo is there, Benin is there, any part of Africa. And of course, this is an online thing. You can also build your team outside of Africa. It's not as if you cannot. So it's just that I have chosen a kind of niche market. That is, I want that particular area. So if you are also interested, just go for it. Anywhere, we can always develop this business and give this information with the rest of the world. So hopefully we have the opportunity to have a SkyWay transport technology and the other parts of SkyWay technology in Africa as well. So we believe that with enough activities and the involvement of a lot of people in our own region, the governments of Africa nations like Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest of them will also show interest, because when this is growing and the developed countries are, in for it, there's nothing stopping them. It's not as if it's more expensive than the other ones that are already existing, that they cannot afford. They can afford it, and we have the people to use it. So like the interview we did with Dr. Uniski, he said the governments of Africa don't have the money. I don't know how far that is true, but I know that if they're determined to have SkyWay technology in African countries, especially Nigeria, we can afford it. The people can afford it. And that is where we come in, sharing the information. We make it go viral and get it to the appropriate authority. So thank you very much. I hope to see us in the evening, except there's any question. If there's any question, just unmute yourself and let's hear the question. Or maybe you put it in the chat. If you have any question, put it in the chat and let's know. Okay, so if we have no questions, I don't see any question in the chat, and I don't see anybody unmuting. Then we wait until evening, then we talk more about our Master Profit program and also about the blockchain technology of SkyWay and how we are going to be involved. So until 7 p.m. Nigerian time, where we'll be taking the PM edition of Weekend Webinar. Thank you very much, everybody who has made it a day to be here now. Hope to see you in the evening. And bye for now.